All right, let me start with the medical update. Kai is nursing his sore left groin. He was in full participation in practice today, so he was good. We'll see how he feels tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Luka injured his calf at our practice in Madrid, and that's why he was played limited minutes in Madrid. We are we're hoping he had an MRI when he came here when we got back home, so he has a mild strain to the left calf, and he will miss Friday's game, but will be reevaluated later this week.
Is he able to do any kind of conditioning or anything at all?
No, yeah, he's on the bike. He's done some spot shooting, and that's it.
Coach, welcome back, by the way.
Thanks.
Hope your sleep patterns improved.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there.
What have you seen so far about when, in the limited time that Grant and Luka and Kyrie were on the court together, and how they've meshed, and maybe in practice before those injuries, of course?
Yeah, I thought before we left on the trip, things were going really well for us. Camp, the energy, those three playing together was really good. And then, unfortunately, I would say 7 minutes that Kai and Luka have been able to play on that trip, so or less. So we'll get those three back together at some point when they're healthy. But before we left, they were really good.
Jason, can you address a little bit about what you're kind of looking at the end of your roster right now? I know you guys made some moves over the weekend, and Miles isn't here anymore, and you've got a couple of open two-way spots. So kind of what's your thought process? What are you looking at? I guess Dennis played quite a bit, Dexter Dennis, in these preseason games. What are you guys thinking there right now?
Yeah, I think you look at Dexter and Greg, being able to have those guys around here. I think you look at those hopefully as your two ways as we go forward here. But we'll see. That's going to come up to management making that decision. But they're still here practicing with the team. I thought Dexter has done really well in camp. So has AJ and Greg. So I think we're happy with those three.
Is he specifically? Obviously, Dexter has like a lot of defensive intangibles. I mean, is that the thing that you see, and it's a guy who's just got to work on his offense a lot? Or what's your big picture thought?
Yeah, I think you look at Dexter. I think you look at his defense stands out, but also he's capable three-point shooter, and so I think he's different than the other two, and I think it gives us, where he could play in a game if we needed him to play due to injuries because of what he brings to his defense, and then he's a capable three-point shooter.
Throwing out the first pitch before the Rangers game. What do you think of the run they've been on? It's been, I guess, started after you guys left, really.
Yeah, I think what the Rangers have done is incredible. I think when you talk about the run, I don't think they've lost a game, which is pretty cool and extremely hard to do. And then start on the road and find a way to win game one. Montgomery threw a heck of a game, and then also just the defensive plays that were made in the outfield, and also by Cal Bear at second base. So Simeon was good, but it's great for the city to see Texas playing well, but it's also great for the state to see one of these teams go to the World Series.
So as when you guys got ready to leave for this trip, you were hoping to do a bonding experience. Was it a bonding experience?
Yeah, it was a great bonding experience. To be able to be on the road for 12 days, I thought the guys did an incredible job, on and off the floor. I think the bonding off the floor was incredible with the dinners, and so with the different, sightseeing places that we were able to see as a group. So I think it was a win, both on and off the floor.
On the court too?
Yeah. Well, we had to play the game, so they had no choice but to bond. No.
I guess what I was going to note is that Luka and Kyrie have only been on the court together 6 minutes now.
Yeah.
And now they won't be on the court this week. So does
well,
he have a concern level there?
Well, I was taking the question as a whole, not just as the individual. So I had to,
Well, they're
I
a
had to
big
answer the question as
they're
a,
a big
as a
part
team.
of the team, obviously.
Yeah, but if you break it down to those two, yeah, those two have to get time under their belt. They only had 6 minutes, and so. But before that, practice with those two out there was really really good. Unfortunately, with injuries, they both have missed each other so far. So hopefully we can get that right come the 25th.
Coach, you played with Carmelo Anthony most of his career. But just thoughts about him hanging it up after 19 seasons in the league.
Incredible with Melo, the run, the journey to come from Syracuse to do the things that he did early in his career. Heck of a draft. And then, to have success in Denver and New York. He can score with the best of them. Should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But not just he's a great person off the floor. If anybody really knows who Melo is, he cares about you. And so, as an ex-teammate, to see him up close, on and off the floor, I got lucky to see one of the best do it.
You tried a few combinations in the starting lineup on the wing. What are your thoughts on how that's kind of shaping up closer to the season, and what are you looking for from that spot when determining who will start?
Yeah, I think we're going to continue to look at some different combinations because of health, and we'll see which one fits, for opening night. So we probably look at Friday rolling out some different guys starting, and we'll go from there.
What have you seen from Derek Jones and Dante Exum so far in the preseason?
They've been great, both on and off the floor for newcomers. With off the floor with their teammates, interaction has been high, and then on the floor, their length and understanding how to play the game has been very helpful. So up to this point, they've had a great camp.
What are your thoughts on how Derek Jones fits next to not so much of a shooting big like Derek Lively? What are some of the things you have to kind of consider in those sort of line of combos?
Yeah, I think when you look at Derek, he can roll. He can be in the pick and roll. He can roll. He can actually, shoot the three. He's capable from the three-point line, but he understands how to play. And then just the versatility to be able to switch, and then the athleticism, that's something that we haven't had. He definitely helps us in that position because he can guard 1 through 5.
And what do you identify Dante Exum? Is he a point guard in your opinion? Is he a wing? What if any box, if you will, does he fit in?
Basketball player.
Yeah.
There's no more positions.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
he's a basketball player. He can play all the positions except the 5. You can play small with him. His ability to be able to run the team, his ability to get to the basket. So I would just call him a basketball player. If you say he's a 1, people are going to critique it. If you call him a basketball player, it's hard to critique.
Did you grow up an A's or a Giants fan?
I'm an A's fan.
I was going to ask if you
We're
knew.
moving to Vegas.
I was going to ask you if you knew Bruce Bochy at all, but
I don't know Bruce. I know he was with the Giants.
yeah.
It's kind of cool. Everybody's looking for younger managers or coaches, and you got 2 of the oldest and they're going to have a chance to go to the World Series. So sometimes it's not about you. It's about knowledge. It's kind of cool to see.
Yeah. Where do you factor in that? Scale?
Knowledge.
Okay. You're pretty young.
And maybe young.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'll see you.